What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about everything you guys might have missed while watching the Stranger Things trailer. For the last, I don't know, maybe 3 hours, me and my buddy Mac have been in a Discord call, going through this trailer in slow motion, going through it frame by frame, trying to find everything you guys might have missed from this trailer. If you're a Stranger Things fan, you're probably going to appreciate this video. And if you guys do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. And also, throughout the whole video, if there's anything we missed, leave a comment because we're looking for more videos to make. So if you guys have any theories or we missed anything, let us know in the comments and we will make a video and we will give you a shout out saying like, this person mentioned this and blah, blah, blah. So either way, with all that being said, let's jump into it. So before we even get into the trailer, let's look at what the Duffer Brothers said 3 years ago about this season. They went on a podcast and they said all of these things. They said that Eddie's death is going to have a huge impact on Season 5. They said that Will is going to be the main focus of Season 5, which obviously now we know is true by watching this trailer. They said that Season 5's final episode is going to be 2 hours, and I do want to make a whole video going through all the episode names because they came out a while ago, and actually talk about when things are going to happen and so on and so forth. But either way, the final episode will be 2 hours. We'll find out finally why the Upside Down is stuck after the day that Will went missing in, the first episode of Season 1. Now, this next one I don't really think is anything too crazy, but apparently Max is going to be in a coma, maybe throughout the whole season. I'm not really sure. Now, this next one is very interesting. We're either going to talk about this in this video or in other videos to come, but the first 2 episodes are following immediately after Season 4, okay? And then the time jump is going to happen after it later on in Season 5. That is good. That's huge news because I was worried that they were just going to start off with a time jump. And again, they said this 3 years ago, but I'm just learning about this today apparently, and I'm sure some of you guys watching are learning about this today as well. But either way, the time jump isn't going to happen immediately. It'll happen after the first 2 episodes, and that's great news. It means we're going to get a nice chunk of seeing exactly what happened after. It's not just going to be like a yada yada situation, like a 30-minute situation. We're going to get a couple hours probably of what happened after Season 4. And finally, they said that there is a reason why Will was taken in the first place, which obviously I had a feeling. I don't know about everybody else, but I had a feeling that was the case. Obviously, Will getting taken in Season 1 is what stirred this whole thing up. And finally, we're going to have some answers on why it happened, how it happened, and everything in between. So that's awesome. All right. Now, obviously, if you guys have watched the trailer, first of all, let me just say this. If you haven't watched the trailer, I'll link to it in the description. Pause this video, go watch the trailer, and then come back after, okay? Now, if you have watched the trailer and you're here, you obviously seen the part when Will is screaming, which, by the way, holy acting, like amazing. This scream, we actually kind of knew about because of this leaked audio. There was a car driving by the set, or several cars driving by the set of Stranger Things, and this is what they heard. And by the way, this is from years ago, or like a year and a half ago. But anyway, this is what the cars heard while driving by the set of Stranger Things. I like that we finally got to see what that leaked audio is from, but okay, so that's that. Now, next, I want to talk about the fact that Hawkins is probably surrounded by the Upside Down, or they are in the Upside Down, and there's a wall, like, blocking them in. You could see it from this shot here that there's a big wall, like an upside-downish looking wall, and then it looks like that's probably... I don't know who this is in the shot here. I want to say maybe this is Steven Dustin, or maybe it's Eleven and Hopper. I'm not really sure. You can't really get a good shot on who this is in the Upside Down here, but either way, what they're looking at, I believe, is like a wall, like a barrier blocking Hawkins in the Upside Down. Now, we do get this really epic shot here in the trailer of Joyce holding an axe, staring at a door while the lights are flickering. That's a very important piece here, that the lights are flickering, meaning something from the Upside Down is here, is with them, and probably about to attack them. Now, obviously, in the background, we do see a few characters. It doesn't look like they are prepared to fight, which is a little weird. I found that a little interesting. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing here, but they're kind of just standing there waiting. All right, so now we get a couple clips here that I think are obviously out of order. We have one here with Mike and a few of the new characters and Joyce, and it looks like Will, okay? And then we have another scene with a bunch of, like, soldiers, and the floor is shaking. The floor ends up breaking open, and then it cuts to Will screaming, right? So now let's clip this together. Let's put this in order. I think the way this is going to happen is Will's going to be screaming. After Will is screaming, he passes out. In this scene here, where the ground is shaking and you see a bunch of the soldiers, if you look very carefully, you could see Joyce holding Will on the floor. Will's unconscious, Joyce is holding him. So what I think happened is, Will knew something was coming. He's going to pass out. Joyce is going to be helping him while all these soldiers are around him. And then eventually, the crew is going to come to save them. And as you can see here in this shot, you got Mike, a lot of 3 of the new characters. You have Will in the background being held up by Joyce, probably because he passed out from either screaming so much or something is affecting him from the upside down. And then obviously you see some soldiers that unfortunately didn't make it. And again, I do want to make a video in the future talking about what I think is going to happen in what episode of the season, but I think it is safe to say that everything I just talked about, that whole chunk of scenes, is going to happen probably in the first, 3 episodes. Maybe on the 3rd episode it's going to happen. Not really too sure, but that's my theory. I think that everything that we're seeing right here is going to happen probably before we get to the second chunk of episodes, because if you guys didn't know, the first episode's coming out, or the first chunk of episodes is coming out November 26th, which is right before Thanksgiving. The second chunk is coming out on Christmas, and the third chunk is coming out on New Year's. So I think this whole sequence that we just talked about is going to be happening then. It's going to be happening in November. It's going to be within the first 3 episodes, because the way that they're going to do it is 3 episodes in November, 3 episodes on Christmas, and then 3 episodes on New Year's. Now, next we do get a clip of Eleven being held by Hopper while she's freaking out, she's screaming, and you could see the bandana around her neck there. If you guys remember, they did release screenshots earlier on of Hopper and Eleven in the upside down, and Eleven has a bandana around her face. So maybe it is them that is looking at the upside down wall. I don't know. I'm not really too sure. You can't really see who it is, but either way, that could be them. All right, so this next one is very interesting, okay? I'm going to explain why. I like that the Duffer Brothers did this. This is a very nice touch here. So in this scene, we see Karen, Mike's mom, and we see his sister, Holly. Sorry, I forgot her name there for a second. And she's holding Holly, right? Karen's holding Holly, and you can see that something bad is happening here. People are speculating online that, Mike's dad is not going to live here. This is going to be the end for him. But either way, if you guys remember, this almost exact same scene was from the other trailer as well for season 4. There's almost an exact same scenario here where, Karen is holding Holly and they both look very scared. So I just found it interesting that they did this exact same frame, but a different setting. So very interested to see what's going to happen here. Give me your theories below. Let me know what you guys think. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up. I mean, there is a couple other things that I could go over, but I'm not really too sure about them. So I need you guys to help me in the comments with more theories, more ideas. Like I said, if we do end up using your comment, I will definitely give you a shout out in the next video. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe, and hopefully I see you guys in the next one. Peace out.